Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates, we'll be going from the 12th of August up until the 18th, and we'll first look at a couple of games that have released without being in one of these videos for whatever reason, and then of course we'll move on to the week at hand. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. Let's start with a couple of games already out then, and the first one is called Moolii's Dreamland. This calls itself a fairy tale style bullet hell with some roguelite elements. You play as the young fox girl Moolii, who after watching a horror movie before bed then proceeds to have a nightmare and must fight her way out of this in the form of horizontal style shooter stages. It says that you'll start with 3 basic bullets, but you can earn up to 15 variations and can also upgrade your stats after every run. This one released on the 2nd of August and it will cost you £13.69. And the other for those already out is Organ Trail. This is the complete edition, and this calls itself a retro zombie survival game. You'll have to travel westward in a station wagon with 4 other survivors, scavenging for supplies and fending off the undead. It says this includes the Final Cut and Endless expansions, which more than doubles the content of the original game, and also adds co-op play. I've heard people say this game is a lot of fun. It's been out for a good few years now, I believe, and it's obviously a parody of the Oregon Trail with gameplay that also sounds very similar to Death Road to Canada. This one will cost you £8.99 or your regional equivalent. Let's move on to the games coming out this week then, and the first is Moving Out 2. The original Moving Out is also available on the Switch and was a physics-based moving simulator where you needed to try and move furniture out of houses, but obviously it was never as easy as that, and there were a variety of really wacky locations and obstacles in your way for you to overcome. This sequel promises to up the ante by now including dimensional ports that you can enter, meaning that levels will, I'm sure, be much wackier than the first time round, and you can play it in single player or in multiplayer, either local or online. The online also includes crossplay, which is nice to see, and I did play quite a lot of the first game with my daughter. She actually loved this game when she was younger, and it is a lot of fun, very similar to something like Overcooked in its premise. This has a demo that you can try if you want to see what it's all about, and it will sell for £24.99, although there is a 10% discount available. Doesn't actually say when that discount expires, but it may well be a pre-order discount by the looks of it, up until launch, which is the 15th of August. Then we have Black Skylands. This comes from Tiny Build Games and sees you captaining an airship through Skylands, fighting for resources and unravelling secrets according to the blurb. It promises to merge elements of open world, sandbox, top-down shooting and adventure games all wrapped up in a steampunk setting. You'll play as Eva, who is on a quest for revenge against the outlaws who took everything from her, and you'll need to become a captain of an airship and explore the skies in order to gather resources and build powerful weapons. It says that you'll be fighting in the skies and on land, improving your ship and equipment, conquering new territory, all the while exploring an expansive open world and unravelling the secrets of the land. I must say this really does look quite lovely. It's a great premise, and if it can tie all of those gameplay elements together, this could be quite the game. It's going to release on the 15th for £17.99 or your regional equivalent. Also this week we have Creepy Tale Ingrid Penance. This calls itself a macabre interactive adventure filled with bizarre events and puzzles, and the story revolves around a spoilt girl named Ingrid who finds herself tumbling down to hell after one too many misdemeanours. The story will have multiple endings depending on your choices and the actions that you perform over the course of the game, and there are a number of puzzles to solve as you play through. It has a fully voiced storyline, and it says that it references the work of people such as Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm, as well as other authors in terms of its storytelling. It's going to cost £8.99 or your regional equivalent, although you can get 20% off of that price up until launch, which is the 16th. Next up we have Marble It Up Outtro, which is a marble platforming game with you needing to roll your spherical protagonist across a number of physics-based levels. It says you can roll through an extensive single-player campaign filled with dangerous obstacles, mind-bending paths, shifting gravity, bouncy floors, and potent power-ups, or embrace the 5 competitive and chaotic multiplayer modes. Here you'll be hunting gems, scoring goals, escaping zombies in a number of minigames. There are different marbles to unlock as you play, and hidden trophies and medals to earn, and the game does include global leaderboards too. I must say I've always liked these sort of games, going all the way back to Marble Madness, where you are controlling a sphere of some sort and navigating quite treacherous paths. This one's selling for quite a high price though, £24.99, we'll see how that fares next week when it releases on the 17th. After that we have Die After Sunset. This calls itself an action-packed roguelite which sees you defending the Earth, which is under attack by aliens. You lead the resistance in this roguelite shooter, and the blurb says you'll be experimenting with different item combinations and power-ups through your missions as you race against the clock to take on the gigantic bosses. It doesn't say much more, I must say. It says though if you don't manage to take them down, don't worry, death is only the beginning, so it clearly has that element of a roguelite where each death will make you stronger in some way, or you'll retain some sort of skills that you can then use in a new run. So again, it will be interesting to see how that plays out. There's no trailer for this one on the eShop, so I'm only looking at screenshots at the moment. It does have a sort of Jet Set Radio look to it in some regards, although that may be completely different when you see it in action, and hopefully I've found a trailer for you to watch right now. This game is out on the 17th and it will cost you £16.99.
At sundown, Mommy Jerk comes calling. And she's not happy, defenders. Tool up.
The penultimate game for the week then, it's Red Dead Redemption. Now this first came out in 2010, which really does make me feel quite old, and I first played this on the Xbox 360 and absolutely loved it. For those of you that haven't played it, it's effectively Grand Theft Auto set in a western time, where you play as John Marston on a number of different missions. It's the sequel to 2004's Red Dead Revolver, and it itself got a sequel, Red Dead Redemption 2, which released in 2018. Now this Switch release also includes the additional game mode. It was effectively a game in and of itself actually, called Undead Nightmare, which put a horror slant on the gameplay with you trying to find a cure against a zombie outbreak while surviving hordes of attacks. It's nice to see that included, but this doesn't include any of the multiplayer content at all, which is disappointing, and it will of course also depend on exactly how this port performs. A great game though, I loved this back in the day, I really did. Let's hope this Switch port does it justice. It's going to sell for £39.99 and it releases on the 17th. And finally for the week, another game I'm sure many people will be looking forward to. This is Vampire Survivors. This is a game that's earned itself quite the following since its release. I think it was last year actually, it's not been out for long. And it sees you trying to mow down thousands of night creatures and surviving until dawn. You'll fight against the waves of monsters, surviving for as long as you can, with the aim being to try and unlock additional content such as characters or weapons, and it's playable in single player as well as with up to 4 players in couch co-op. It's going to cost just £3.99 or your regional equivalent, and it also has 10% off of that price up until the 29th of August, so there's a nice bit of time there for you to get that discount, and this one also releases on the 17th.
As you see fit. Plus, up to 4 players can now play together in couch co-op. What other horrors lie in store? Find out when Vampire Survivors launches on the...
So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of these games interest you at all? Will you be picking any of them up? Please do let us know. Outside of the obvious ones, I must say that Black Skylands does look really good. I'm intrigued to see how that one turns out, I must say. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit to pick up any of these games, you can buy your eShop cards from our website, switchup.gg. Doing so will earn you 5% of your purchase price back in cashback through our SwitchUp tokens, which you can then use against a future purchase, and you'll also get an extra 5% straight discount if you use the code SwitchUp. There's also a link down there to Play Asia. If you're looking to import any games, use the link, use the code stated, and you'll get yourself 5% off of your order from there too. A quick thank you to our patrons and our channel members for your continued support. and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.